see all the pollen spread out. Is it all coming from these? Could be, as you can see some of those already. So that's the question. One question. It looks an awful lot like it. Huh. But look at this. I mowed this. And these are obviously growing in abundance. They want to be here. But what exactly are those? My first guess is they're trees. They will grow to be trees unless I kill them first. And they're really taking over too. And since they grow much taller, look at this one. Amazing. How did they get planted? Nature doing its own thing. And this is obviously some moss here. And then clover. Clover in a bunch. I guess as the clover spreads underground. I'm not sure how the moss spreads. But I'm sure somebody knows and I could just look it up. This looks really pretty lush. And it's all clover. Clover and some other stuff. And dandelions. Lots of those. Lots of dandelions. Interesting. Interesting. What are these? Very low to the ground. Like an alpine kind of cover. And then long stalk with flowers on the top. Huh. So I have patches of that too, and that seems to spread along the ground. Notice years ago we put that sign. It's official. We actually filled out our application and got the sign from the National Wildlife Federation. Certified wildlife habitat. They don't use any chemicals. It's about as close to nature as it could be. A lot of these trees were either put here, like these. I put these here, although I only put one here. And notice there are now 3. And I only put 1. You can see the older one in the back, which of course is the tallest one as well. And this is how these spread. They will make cones. And then the cones. But they also obviously spread from the roots or from a branch that gets on the ground and stays there. And here's my moss. Got lots of moss. I'd rather have the moss. still, of course, have lots of gravel thanks to the winter road system. And the woods we have in the front lawn is much bigger now than it used to be. And all this is kind of pushing out. I'm encouraging it. In fact, this whole section here was all part of the lawn before. Our apple tree doesn't do that well because the moose like it. So even though it's quite old, it hasn't gone very far. And this tree I planted, and it's spreading. And these in front were actually 5, only 4 continue. The 5th one died, and it's right in there. They were fairly evenly spread across, although you can see they've been leaning towards the north initially, and then they curl out to the south, because they really, once they get up over the roof, they want to head for the sun. So that's interesting. And this was all pretty dumb. Too close to the house, probably. One kind of fascinating thing, and of course there's all kinds of cones, and you can't mow those. The lawnmower doesn't like them. Or the ferns, those ferns. Somehow I ended up with a healthy group of ferns. Which like it here, and I've been here for years, every year. I completely fill in this area. It saves me from doing any yard work on that side. I'm very happy here. A very happy group of ferns. Look at these. These are very happy too. And they smell good. Delicious smell. It's sticky. Don't get your hair in this. As you can see, this is just glistening with sticky sap all over it. Very sticky. And it doesn't come off easy. It doesn't. You get it on your hands or clothing, and it won't leave. But the bottom branches, they all kind of give up after a while, and it's all at the top. So nothing down at the bottom. Obviously I haven't cut them. Believe it or not, Amazon called that character Plato. I don't know why. And over here we have all of our wild roses. It's just a whole bed of wild roses. Whenever they would grow up, I would let them live wouldn't mow them. And there they are. Getting quite tall, actually. Some of them. Like this one. And then, of course, all the roses. Right now, they've all bloomed out, but they'll come back. They keep growing new ones. All year long. Just like the other roses. And some of these trees, I think that one Christopher helped me plant. Another spruce. Or blue spruce. All these are roses. You can see they've already had their roses for the first batch. You should see. Here.
Are we going?
Where are we going?
Go to the committee.
You want to go to the commissary?
Are you not interested?